How y'all doing? This your boy Marquez Miller doing another episode of Prison Passages. Today is Wednesday, January the 29th, 2025. Let me say this. Listen, I don't want to keep doing my prison passages like this, recording them on my phone and then uploading them to my YouTube page. I want to be able to go live where it's much better. But as I've stated, I have to have 50 subscribers to do so. At this moment in time, I have 24 before I started making this video. As y'all can see, I'm out and about, out here in the streets. I'm doing my media. I've got my vest on. So, and I'm out here. So let me tell you this. I'm going to make prison passages as I go along. I might not make one every single day. And the reason I don't want to make one every single day is because right now, because I want to save some good content for you when I go live and do it live on my YouTube channel. I'm going to talk about one incident today, and I'm going to stay with the Pulaski County Jail. I'm going to discuss that one, and then after that, I don't know when I'll be back, but I ask you all to please subscribe, have your friends to subscribe, have your children or your kids to subscribe if they are of age, because I have some videos with content on here and information that's good for the kids. Have your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles, all your friends, get me up to 50 or more subscribers so I can start doing my videos live. I appreciate you all. I can't say this enough. I cannot do this without you. I cannot. It's impossible for me to be able to do this without you. I don't have a job. I'm not making any money. This, what I do on my Zacram Realm page with the hashtag Marquez TV, chasing the news, doing media coverage in an integrity and professional manner, and now with my YouTube channel, I'm doing this all for you all, as well as myself, to make money and to become an entrepreneur. I wish I would have done this years ago. I didn't. So now I have to do what I have to do to get this started. I'm not punching no time clock no more. It's just not working with me and jobs. I'm just, but it just is what it is. This video might not go 30 minutes. It's just gonna go as long as it needs to go to me to tell this prison passage and everything. So in case this is your first time here, welcome. I appreciate you. Go back, watch all the other videos, my podcast videos that I did with Randy and everything. So let me go ahead and start. I'm going to discuss about 1993 at the Pulaski County Jail. Not the Pulaski County Jail that is of today on Roosevelt, but back then it was behind there. It was considered to be on Woodrow. It was only A, B, C pod, juvenile, juvenile pod, and OB, which is observation, and the whole. So let me tell y'all about this one time where I got into an incident with someone else. And let me tell y'all something. As I've always said, prison and jail is what you make it when you're there. When you are there and you have no other choice but to be there, you have to make the good with the bad and the bad with the good. It just is what it is. But I will tell y'all this. There was one particular time, and I'm going to put the names in this one. I'm going to go ahead and say the names on this one. So anyways, I'm in there with a lot of my homeboys and everything, folks that I knew from the streets and everything. And something happened. I can't remember the logistics behind it. But I was in my cell minding my own business. I was having words with one of my homeboys that was picking on me, little Richard Bracey, and a few more others. So I went into my cell, and little Richard them got this nigga named Philip to come into my cell. And Philip came into my cell, and I was sitting down. Now, I had just went and sharpened 3 of my number 2 pencils, and I had a real good tip, real good point on each one of them. And that was for me doing my writing, my legal work and all that and everything. Well, I'm in my cell and I'm minding my own fucking business. Ain't bothering nobody. So I'm in there, I'm writing, I'm doing my stuff, and Philip brings his little pretty ass up in my cell. And Philip walked in there and he said something to me. I can't remember what it was. But I told him, I said, man, go on and get out of my cell. Well, Philip hauled off and slapped the shit out of me. Now, let's put a pin right there. Don't look at me as what the size I am now. Right now, I am 6'4", 293 pounds. Back then, I was like 6'2", 6'3", like 140 pounds, maybe soaking wet. So Philip hauls off, and Philip was probably about, at that time, Philip was probably about 5'10", maybe 6 foot. About the same amount of weight as I was, about 140, 150 pounds, something like that, give or take. So Philip slaps the shit out of me. Bow! Slapped the hell out of me. It wasn't no Humphrey Bogart, Greta Garbo slap. It wasn't like a sit down, bitch. It wasn't nothing like that. This boy hauled off and reached back to Zamunda and slapped the fuck out of me. When he slapped me, everybody was Little Richard and all the rest of the niggas that was Bloods and Crips and whatever was standing at the door. Everybody was standing at the door, and when he slapped me, he kind of like jumped back like he was waiting to see what I was gonna do. Well, I didn't move. because I was in shock. I was like, this motherfucker just slapped me. And everybody at the door started laughing. So Philip turned around. He had a little wop. He had a, back then, this was 93. He had a warped hairdo, I think. He gonna start prepping his motherfucking hair like, yeah, I did that, as he's walking out the door. Everybody out there laughing. Oh, Philip, you slapped that bitch did that bitch, that, blah, 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 blah. Now, he done walked out my cell. Now, at this point, I done gained my senses and said to myself, this bitch just slapped me. He done fucked up. So I looked over there on my desk, on my table. I saw my 3 number 2 pencils. They were long. I grabbed all 3 of them bitches. I got up and I come out that motherfucking cell. I made that left, coming down the tier. Philip was standing by the stairs. Them niggas was around him, and I come up like this. And when I come up, I didn't see the deputy coming up the stairs, because the deputy came in the barracks. His name was Deputy Troutman. Deputy Troutman. Young white dude, like RoboCop. Troutman was coming up the stairs, and what made him come in the barracks was because all them niggas was up there by my cell, and they was like trying to figure out what was going on while everybody was up there by my cell. Man, when I tell you I come up and I went to come down, I was finna stab Philip in his motherfucking neck with all 3 of them pencils. Let me tell y'all something. Back then, in that point in my life, I would fuck you up given the opportunity. I wasn't no tough motherfucker, but I wasn't no weak motherfucker either. I was gay, but God damn it, don't put your fucking hands on me unless I allow you to, and it's in a sexual manner. But you put your fucking hands on me, I'm gonna mollywop your motherfucking ass the best I can. Well, however, when I went to come down to stick Philip in his motherfucking neck, where his jugular is, cause my whole motherfucking intentions was to take Philip's life. That was my whole intention. Let me tell you something about prison. When you put your hands on somebody, you don't put your hands on nobody. When you do put your hands on somebody, you need to realize there are consequences that's going to come behind you putting your hands on somebody, especially when you slap them. Whether you slapping a real man or like we used to say, a real man. Whether you slapping a real man or you slapping a homosexual, you still need to be held accountable for your actions, and you're going to be. Let me tell you, Troutman, the deputy, just happened to be in the right place at the right time to save Philip's punk ass. Because when I went to come down and stab that bitch in his motherfucking neck, Troutman just happened to stick his arm up between my arm and Philip's neck. And when he did, he grabbed me and put me in the Chinese shit lock. Now, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of the saying, put that motherfucker in the Chinese shit lock. That's an old saying. That's an old saying that some of you young motherfuckers ain't gonna understand. Y'all ain't gonna understand what putting the motherfucker in the Chinese shit lock means. But Troutman wrapped me up, boom, 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 and locked my motherfucking ass down and grabbed me. And when I tell you, Philip bitch ass was like, as I was being carried out the barracks. And everybody in the barracks, all of them niggas, Lil Richard and all the rest of them, was looking like, damn, this bitch got balls. Yeah, they were small, but I had some big kahunas that motherfucking day, or any day that any motherfucker that's not my main that put his hands across my motherfucking face, I'm gonna kill you. That's the way I was in there. I wasn't gonna play. No. I didn't play. I did not play. When I was a kid back in grade school, when we had recess, I went home. I don't play. Not when it comes to like that. That went up over some of y'all's head. Y'all will catch that. Most of y'all, a lot of y'all probably already caught that off the front end, but a lot of y'all gonna have to catch it on the back end. Let me repeat it. When I was a kid back in grade school, when we had recess, I went home because I don't play. So they took me on up out the barracks. They locked my ass up, tied it in Dick's headband, and locked me up in the hole. Wrote me a disciplinary. And I did my time in the hole, and then I got out. Then they moved me back to the barracks. But they didn't put me back on that side, I don't believe. They put me on the other side, I think. I can't remember. But, yeah, that's my prison passage for today. I know it ain't 30 minutes, but it's longer than the last one, which was 15 minutes. But like I said from the beginning, I'm going to hold off on my prison passages because I've got some really good content on the years that I was locked up for 12 and a half years that I don't want to keep pre-recording and then uploading to my YouTube channel. I want to be able to go live on my YouTube channel and give you all these stories and sit down and talk to y'all. That way I can communicate with you all as I'm conversing, as I'm giving these stories and so forth. And y'all can converse back with me and everything. But I have to get those subscribers up to 50. Listen, I'm going to say this again, just like I said at the beginning. If you've got family members, if you've got friends, if you've got exes, if you've got kids that are of age, have them to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The button will be right there on the front bottom where you could just subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please, if y'all want to hear more prison passages and other content that I've done and that I'm doing, I ask you, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I cannot do this without you all. I need your assistance and help. I do. I appreciate each and every one of you all. I love you. I thank God for you. And I ask you to continue to keep me lifted up in prayer as I do what I do. Until then, as I always say, God bless your hearts and all your parts.